Hey guys, Lord of Films here. If you can hear me a little bit, it's because that I'm using this mic. Uh, I was looking back to the box and having those kind of papers on it for some instructions and everything for what this mic needs. All it needs is the filter. I already got that. The arm stand, done that. I already got the mic. But for what I need, that needs to be important, that's supposed to be part of this, so you can hear my voice a little bit more than this, even get a little bit no more background noises. It's mostly what they call a phantom, or whatever it is. Something that you can mix it up for your voice or anything, so you can find it really good to make your voice sound better. You know? That's what all voice actors do. But anyways, moving on. What am I talking about this video then? Oh yeah, for the soul of Michael, it's mostly part 1. Now I'm doing this kind of idea for part 1 to part 2 and part 3. Those are only the 3 parts for this movie. What I mean that? Why I'm doing like this idea without doing like a full movie? Well, this is like a full movie, like part 1 into 1 hour, probably into 50 minutes a little bit if we don't have that much scenes, if the animator is going a little bit short or something a little bit for the voice actors and the animator having a hard time to make it a little bit short or anything else, not sure. Anyways, for the Soul of Michael part 1, things going to get a little bit hard happening. It's not like a bad news or anything, you know. It's like something is awakening, you know, dark awakening. Evil's coming up, folks. Not as well. If you all might be curious, I know you all didn't comment on these kind of videos I'm posting on yet, but I see one of you might say, will Michael come back? Well, he will. Dun dun dun. Yeah, he will. Because he is mostly the main villain. Well, is he? Will he ever be the main villain for this kind of movie? We don't know, folks. We don't know. And what did I say about the word of a main, or like a word of villain? Like, those kind of word of villain might sound a bit like for superhero stuff and those, you know? But Michael's supposed to be horror, you know? But not anymore! That used to be like in 2018. And a little bit of 2017, but not anymore, folks, not anymore. I'm now into action, sci-fi, those stuff, you know? But you all gonna say, well, if you're into those kind of stuff, what does that mean? You're gonna change the space outbreak Minecraft series you're still working on into that? Much like you did the same, much like those developers did the same thing for Dead Space 3 or anything those other games are? No, I'm not doing like that. It's not like I doing an idea that changing the space outbreak to action to make all the films, all the videos I'm working on this kind of year to make them all action and sci-fi. It's not like that. I'm only doing things for this movie, changing it to action and sci-fi. It's going to have big things happening, folks. A big news or anything else. Well, I'm still curious about what just happened while looking back to the House of Fred. Thinking about the ending, ever since yeah, I did make the script to think of something for what it might be like if Chapter 5 is going to be the last. Well, this all happened in 2017. Okay, why I'm saying these kind of stuff, am I supposed to say things like 2 years ago now? Maybe. But in 2 years ago, while I'm still working on part 1 while it was done release, I was working on the script and thinking of something else for what this kind of thing idea that for what once I call it the House of Fred for no reason. But what's going to like I think of okay, that's it. Ever since I've been doing these kind of movies a lot for 2 years, so I decided to end it because nobody does care about these kind of films I'm working on, and that'll be it. Like last night, done, and the House of Fred, done. Go. We're done, folks. But, no, that's not really it. Ever since I gained a little bit used to action, watching these kind of videos and a little bit, it's not like I'm not, it's not, what am I saying? It's not like I'm very behind that I need to make more sequels than these people. It's not like that, folks. Alright? because I've never been heard a lot recently. It's not like I want to be popular or anything. Just want to be a little bit noticed. I know it happened to any of you guys as well. Like for some young kids and some random people on their YouTube channel having first time trying to show theirs, but I think they always can look at some search or anything else and their views never been shown that much at all. Like they haven't been noticed yet. The same thing happening to me. But still, everybody having a hard time. And any you kind of people might think of something else. Not from the movie or anything, but from my channel. In fact, the name. Called Lord of Flames. You all might hear yourself, why do you name yourself as Lord of Flames? What is this supposed to mean? Like, you're the Lord of these flames and fires, or a demon or anything? I'm not sure. I don't know why I name it. Because I always used the fire back then when I was watching some films or anything else, or animated stuff with fire, and something with the lords, those kind of stuff. What I'm saying. It's not like I want to be sound cool or anything, okay? Try to figure out some name. Don't want to steal any of your names or anything else. Try to make an unknown random name without stealing anyone's names or anything else, alright? Besides, I see any of you guys doing the same thing of stealing somebody's names to think you are in fact that person or anything else. But still. Anyways, why am I talking about stuff? I was talking about the soul of Michael, was that right? Yeah. And for part 1, I'm working on script a little bit. If I say it like, well, okay, when I try to say yes, when I was working on script, you'll be curious, wait, you're still working on script? After all that, when we see the first teaser announcement, that all happened? I thought all that happened once, like, any kind of original scriptwriters are done and show to the workers and everything while they're done filming and everything. Just while they're done making the films, they just have to show the first teaser, and that'll be it. Just waiting for the release, and they will show the movie. Well, it's not like that. I'm not doing those kind of stuff, you know. That's why. Let's see. For part 1, while almost working on it, I have 26 pages for now. 26 pages, y'all. 26 pages. I'm not the only one who's working on these kind of scripts. Well, for this one. Yeah, you already know who he is now, because since you all saw the previous videos, that shows his name. That's why. Anyways, 26 pages on part 1 for the script. And we don't know what part 2 or part 3 will be like before or after part 1 comes out. Because we have to wait. Because the script's still working. Okay, what am I saying? Anyways. Okay. I have these kind of long questions to ask. I don't know why, but anyways. While thinking of for a good game, that good old horror game called Dead Space we all know and love back in 2008 and to 2010 or 2011 it was, but until the third game comes out in 2013. Yeah, that's mostly did in fact kill the game. Because it wasn't that much horror or anything else, just a little bit sci-fi and a little bit more action that I always used to. Yeah, it's like the same thing I've been into. Like changing while the House of Fred was out, it used to be horror. But until this movie comes out, Chapter 6, it's now going to be sci-fi and action stuff now. It's a little bit like that. It's not like you all love myself doing a little bit of horror stuff in Nitroplex Universe or anything like that. It's like, once you all think of, wow, these movies are amazing, Lord of Flames, because you scared us a lot recently when you showed us that Chapter 5 movie. But until Chapter 6 comes out, you'll be like, what have you done? It was here to be horror, you Lord of Flames. You just killed it. Well, it's not like that, folks. That's why. Anyways. Dead Space 3 used to be a good game back then, but until everybody figures out It really did, in fact, didn't show that much for horror. Yeah, but still, because it has some different ideas for the stories to destroy every Marcus. For this hero named Isaac had his life, his own duty, or whatever you call it, had to be what he had to be now to destroy the marker, destroy Nemeron cunts and those kind of creatures, so every life will live and happily ever after. That's why, you know. Okay, why am I talking about this space and those kinds of stuff? Am I? What am I? Am I still supposed to talk about a little bit more for the Soul of Michael movie? I guess so. And for another idea for the Soul of Michael, will William, known as Nitroplex already, will he ever come back? Well, he might. Well, of course he will, but because ever since I told you all before, for concept and a little bit of prototypes or those kind of short ideas back then for the endings for what it'll be like, that had never been added at all. Yeah, that's why. Because I had to hide some little bit things or a little bit sequels. But you all a little bit know a little bit for what's that evil scientist talking about while you're watching the ending for the House of Fred. Because you all had to figure out what he's trying to say is about the evil spirits and this evil strong one named Nightmare. And what's all these kind of strange beings coming out from sky, or mostly land on Earth, before our lives begin, or something else. Yeah, it could be sounding a little bit. Might talk about those kind of stuff very soon. Those kind of stuff that evil scientists will be explained very soon after Part 1 comes out. But how long Part 1 the Soul of the Soul of Michael will be like? I don't know, folks. We have to wait. Oh well. Trinity, or his name was, he's mostly working with me for the script. He's been offline a little bit because he works a little bit parts for the script. Because he did a little bit parts for the beginning. Yeah, that's why. He tried to figure out some other scenes I mostly want him to bring, but he didn't comes back online yet. Because, well, I didn't know because he's busy on school. That's why. Yeah, everybody having a hard time with their own videos because they're busy at school. School slows them down. But you know how school is. School is very important than YouTube, you know. Yeah, that's why. Because you need to be in school to get yourself very smart, get educated, or those kind of stuff, you know. Anyways, that's all I'm going to talk for today. Because I recorded this at night and I'm going to show this at day. That's all. I'm very tired. Anyways, I wonder what's going to happen with Jenny and Kristen very soon, folks. And if they might going to meet with Nitroplex. And maybe Michael will return. And their own true stories, their true appearances will come very soon of who they really are before. For Nitro and Michael. Anyways, folks. This is Lord of Flames here. I will see you guys for another time. Bye, folks.